This is a cool LL Bean cotton hat. You can see the LL Bean logo there. It's a nice one. It's adjustable, and it sold for $36.99. This is a vintage Woolrich flannel shirt. I don't know if you can see that. It says made in the USA. Oh, my camera's not focusing. It says made in the USA, so you know it's vintage. And I took a best offer of $18. These are a pair of vintage mini Tonka little loafers, moccasins. Oh, my camera does not want to focus. Okay, you can see made in the USA. They definitely need liners, but they're still super cute. And I had them up for $40, and I took a best offer of $30. Global shipping to Germany. This is a Franklin brand, brown leather, really nice leather, soft leather guitar strap. And it's funny, Jay got this at a thrift store. He's like, I don't know what this is. It's like a weird belt. I'm like, it's a guitar strap. And it sold for $36.99. These are a pair of vintage Doc Martens made in England. Nice sturdy pair of shoes. I have had them for a while because they're kind of small. So I took a best offer of $20. This is a lovely cotton damask or chintz fabric. That's the pattern. Now, normally this much fabric, it's probably about 4 yards. It would sell for like $50. But, however, this is special fabric, and we know that because of this. Copyright 1976, Laura Ashley. Very high-end, very sought after. I had it up for $150. I got an offer of $100, and I was thrilled because I just found it in a bin at the thrift store. So this 4 yards sold for $100. The last candle wick snipper, and it's weird because we've sold these in the snuffers like crazy this year, and we've had them for years. And this one sold for $8.50. This is a lovely teak hand-carved little dish made in Brazil. Definitely mid-century. Perfect for olives or some kinds of hors d'oeuvres. And it sold on sale for $34. This is a cotton embroidered Oxford University hat, and it sold on Bonanza for $25. These are a pair of men's leather mod boots, size 7.5D. They're an okay shape. We took an offer of $40 on these. Global shipping program. This is a vintage kind of a cop style winter jacket. Sold to the global shipping program. It was on sale. It sold for $34. Okay, this is the kind of sale you gotta love, when one person buys 4 pairs of shoes. Now, this person we've spoke about before is the shoe designer at Michael Kors in New York. So he has bought stuff from me for years, I'm sure as inspiration. So let's go down the line here. These sold for best offer of $100. They are 1980s Mario Valentino patent leather Oxfords. They're kind of amazing. So $100 for those. These are a pair of flats. I'm just keeping these in the bags because I'm shipping them like this. Kind of a 1980s sort of moccasin style flats. These sold for $36. These are Stuart Weitzman, kind of a high-end brand, colorful flats, and those sold for $40. And then these are a pair of vintage wedges. They're kind of a cool style. They're not branded or anything. And those sold for a best offer of $20. So that is quite a bit of sales. So I'm psyched to have a customer like that. These are 2 vintage, what's called jelly jar lights. They were on our house. I'm sure I just got them at the thrift store or at the restore. And I changed out the lights and I put them on eBay, and they sold as a pair for $36.99. This is a very cool Tack Pin that we got at a thrift store. I don't know what it means. It says light the way optimist. I don't know if it's from a fraternal organization or a church. Either way, it did sell for $16. This is a rolling piece of luggage for 2 bowling balls and bowling ball accessories or bowling accessories. It sold for $50 to someone in Guam. Vintage General Electric plug-in wall clock, faux wood, tested, works, sold for 20 bucks. This is a vintage Redhead brand hunting vest. You can see shotgun shells go there. Check it out. So awesome. There's blood on it. And there's a foul pouch where if you're hunting birds, you like get the birds and you stick them in here. Pretty amazing. We've had this one for a while. I had it up for $39. I took a best offer of $26. This is a super cute little plate, collectible plate. It says food should be cooked with butter and love. I can totally see it in someone's kitchen. And it sold for 17 bucks. This is a lovely pair of men's Ferragamos. It's a little out of focus there. Ferragamo leather soles. Not in terrible shape. The top looks great. I had them up for $150. I got a great offer of $120. So that was exciting. $120. This is a souvenir knife from Alaska. It's called like a rocker skinner knife. I've sold one of these before. I really do not understand how it's used. I'm sure someone can tell me. But this sold for 25 bucks. This is a vintage rabbit fur shawl. You can see it's lined in satin. It's quite large. And it sold for 50 bucks. These are a pair of men's Bali Continentals, made in Switzerland. Once they have a little bit of form to them, they look great. Not too bad with the wear. You can still see on the heel the logo. I had these up for $80. I took a best offer of $55. These are a pair of women's Ferragamos. They are purple. They are size 5, narrow. I had them up for $150. I took a best offer of $100, which is an awesome sale, and I really hope that they do not return them. They're lovely, though. Aren't they pretty? 100% raw silk Tommy Bahama shirt. These are actually real mother of pearl buttons. Quite lovely. Although I just can't sell these for very much. This one sold for 25 bucks. These are a pair of vintage women's little granny boots. Or ankle boots. There are lots of different names for them. The brand is Danex. They're in pretty good shape. They're probably like Target brand or Walmart brand. But they always sell. They're definitely a cool style. These sold for $36.99. This is a vintage little tin of Playtime watercolors. Definitely used, as you can see. But the tin is cool. I don't even know if watercolors, I think they probably come in plastic now. But it's a metal tin, and it sold for $17. Okay, this is a weird sale. So these are lamp parts. You can see there's a base. It's made of marble and a finial. And then there's these parts that make up the lamp. Now, the funny thing is we bought this lamp at an auction in Florida a couple of years ago, and it was in one of our death bins that had just been sitting. And we bought the lamp, and we were like, let's just take it apart, because the cool part is this, and the rest was cheesy and worn out and dusty. And the lady who bought it was like, gave us an offer of $20. I think I had it up for like 36 or something, and she said, I just want the orange parts. I don't want the base. Which is funny because we thought that these were the cool parts for the lamp. So I sold this for 20 bucks. Jay said, oh, let's just get rid of these. But I think I'm actually going to sell them by themselves because they're pretty cool. I might just separate them, lamp base and the finial. So those will be their own little price. And these sold for 20. These are a pair of vintage 1970 NATO military pants. They're like quilted, super thick pants. New, never been worn. Definitely military surplus. And they sold for 30 bucks. This is a linen tea towel with Irish family names and where they come from. Jay was like, that's so cheesy, don't buy that. And I bought it, and it's sold. And it's sold for 15 bucks. This is a vintage cast aluminum Scotch brand tape dispenser. This thing's a monster. And you want to know why? Look how much it weighs. Like 5.5 pounds. That's a lot for a tape dispenser. And what's awesome is it's got that refill with Scotch tape label on there. This sold for $40. These are a set of swim fins for someone diving, scuba diving. They're in good shape. They're a cool brand, and they sold for $40 to someone in Puerto Rico. This is a beautiful handmade Scottish wool plaid throw blanket. You can see the logo here. It says Mohair, made in Scotland by Andrew Stewart. Look at it, it's beautiful. And I sold it for $50. This is an Italian painted wooden box. It's lined in like a red velour. These are called Florentine. Like if you look up a Florentine tray or a Florentine box, you'll see these. And I've found them quite a few times at estate sales, and they're really pretty, in my opinion. And this sold for $60. This is a vintage Botany Tie. It is 100% wool. It's very thin, like worsted wool. So at first glance, it kind of feels like cotton. But on the label, sorry, my camera will not focus. It does say 100% wool. So it looks like it's from the 50s, and it sold for $20. This is a vintage 80s Panasonic Dictaphone. You can see there's a microphone there. Check out this plug. It's awesome. And this sold for $40. This is a vintage wool beret. And the cool part is, it's got this awesome label. Beret Basque Super Luxus. I almost wish that was on the top, because it's so awesome. And it sold for $40. This is a vintage Rolodex. Definitely cool. People still use these for whatever reason. All the cards are blank, I believe. So that's kind of awesome. This was in like our death bins. So usually I don't take such a cheap offer. We took an offer of $20. But it was taking up space and I wanted to get it out. So $20.